Welcome back for another video tutorial. This video is part 6 already, huh? So we are going to talk about how to add data to collection of objects. Like for example, for each object, we know that it's going to contain food information, but we want to also put people views or feedback for that particular food. Okay, so how do we make this happen? Well, so in my case, allow me to stop my instance for now so that we can freely edit my code here. So to introduce this, okay, so for each object, I'm going to call feedback. That's going to be collections. So let's put it like this. As you can see that this collection, this variable is stay inside the object of the first one, the first object. And I'm going to put the emojicon as well as the descriptions. So I'm going to put pic emojicon and let's say words, like a word for the feedback, something like good. Okay, yeah, and this is the object, so let's put object. So that's gonna be my first feedback for this. Put it here. Okay. Alright, so we copy this for maybe we have feedback for two of this. Okay, so good, fine. And you can also put it in Thai or whatever you like. Okay, and now in terms of emojicon, now if you want to pull in emojicon directly as the text, you can go over the Wikipedia and they give us the ways to do this, but I'm going to look at the picture directly. Okay, I think I might have to go to Wikipedia. Okay. Alright, so for example, if I pick this up like this, the one that show things like good, right, smiling face is going to be don't see smiling is here. Okay, so let's put this, copy this and put it here. The first one, the second one, and the third one might be a little bit different, so let's put it like this, put it right here. Okay, and now this is for the first the feedback for the first object, so let me copy this. Now for the second object, we can now do the same thing. Imagine that the second one is not that good, so people just have bad feedbacks like bad, not so good, or in Thai. Alright, so for emojicon, so whenever, yeah, you can have something like this for representation of the word bad. Okay, or things like this. Okay, and I'm gonna have just two feedback for the second one, imagine. Okay, and I'm not going to have any feedback for the third object, and see what happens if I don't have it there. Okay. Alright, so now we have established collections that hold this object. This object is going to be the information for feedback for that particular food, and we want to show this into the second page as well. Well, this is possible. So go to your second page right here, and below the label, we are going to introduce the list view. So go ahead and put list view and list view. And inside the list view, we know that we're going to use for, and it's going to be feedback, okay, in. Now look at the reference of that feedback. This is under $props food. We know that it's safe inside the food object here. Okay, any food object have now ID, names, price, and feedback. So you can access to food.feedback. All right, and what is next? Inside this is going to be item container. So we put Vue template. Okay, and inside Vue template we put the feedback itself. So it's going to be two information, including emojicon and the description, which is words. So we should have a containers that does layout for us. Keep in mind that Vue templates is just like an empty box. Okay, container doesn't do anything with the layout design, so we have to do this manually here. So stack layout, and we have stack layout in horizontal orientations equal to horizontal manners, and we have label for text equal to, I think I call it as emojicon, and words, so emojicon with the class of emoji. Same thing for words. So this is going to be words. Okay, but that is coming from feedback, right? So it's going to be feedback dot emojicon and feedback dot this. Now when you reference to each informations, okay, it should be referenced from this object. All right, and now we can go further and introduce class emojis and words. So I'm going ahead and put emoji. Okay, it's going to have margin equal to 10, and then font size equal to 40, and yeah, I think that's it. And then we have a words, so we're gonna have the same margins. The font size is a little bit smaller, so let's go for like 30. Now with this setup, okay, I can start my instance to see if this is working fine. Okay, now while we are waiting for that instance to be back on, so we tell you that we add the feedback objects into this object. Okay, this inside object is basically a collection that hold, several objects with information of emoji and words. We does this for two of these. We didn't do it for the third one. Okay, the reason for this is because I want you to see if there is no information what happens to that view. So let's look at this. It's already prepared, so now I can be able to see that result for my emulators. Okay, so if I click over food one here, as you can see now that I have the better application, because now it show the pictures, the names. I mean, you should put the names here by yourself. Okay, so make it more beautiful. And now we also have the feedback as well. If I go back, put the second item here, as you can see now it show, I mean, it look yummy, right? But they just put some data here for you, so you can see now it say bad, not so good, so on. Now what about the third one? The third one will be just because they don't have collections, and whenever they come to this and they're trying to do the looping here, because we don't have information about the feedback, what it does is it's going to just say, hey, I want to loop into yourself, but there is no such things in there for the third object. Third object is here, so it's going to just ignore it, and just like it's going to treat this as empty list and does nothing. So that's why we never see anything appear below. All right, so I think this series should be good enough for you to look at the architecture of the NativeScript with the Vue.js. So if you have any question about my explanation here and the material for this video set, so let me know. So I'm going to try to make another set of video that talk about how to add more plugin, like how to send email and so on. Okay, so I'll see you there in the next video set. But for this is all for this set, and hopefully this one can be used for your preparation for your coming midterm exam. Thank you for watching.